Good morning, children.
Morning, ma'am.
Good morning, children. Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning.
Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning. Good morning. So this is what we understood in the last class. Please go through this. I'll ask you questions based on the slide. All
Excuse
right,
me,
children.
ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, in a convex regular polygon, the second one, no, ma'am.
Yeah.
Therefore each interior angle is n minus 2 into 180 degree by n, no, ma'am.
180 by which one? Each you're reading this one. You're
Yes,
reading this.
ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Okay.
So, whatever measure we take, we'll get only 180 degree answers, no, ma'am.
Whatever measure we take.
We'll get only 180 degree as our answer, no, ma'am.
No. Okay, I'll do one thing, Madhumita. As of now, just get the formula in your mind. Once we, work some problems using these formulae, probably things should look more clear.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry. Yeah. I'll get back to you after working a few sums. We'll get back to the same point, and at that time, we'll understand if we still have a doubt or no. All right.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So children, in a convex polygon of n sides, whatever be the number of sides of the polygon, the sum of all the exterior angles will be equal to 360 degrees. A polygon with 10 sides will have 10 interior angles and 10 exterior angles. The sum of all the 10 interior angles is given by n minus 2 into 180 or 10 minus 2 into 180. So for different polygons, the sum of all their interior angles will be different. It keeps increasing with the number of sides. More the number of sides, more the number of interior angles. So greater will be the sum. Now for a triangle, the sum of the three interior angles is 180 degrees. In a quadrilateral, the sum of all the four interior angles is equal to 360 degrees. In a pentagon, the sum of all the interior angles is equal to 540 degrees. So as the number of sides of the polygon increases, the number of interior angles also will increase. Triangle has 3 sides, 3 interior angles, 3 exterior angles. Quadrilateral, 4 sides, 4 interior angles, 4 exterior angles. Pentagon, 5 sides, 5 interior angles, 5 exterior angles. So whether it is a triangle, quadrilateral, pentagon, the sum of all the exterior angles. Now a triangle has 3 exterior angles. A quadrilateral has 4 exterior angles. Pentagon has 5 exterior angles. The sum of all these angles will always be 360. The sum of all the exterior angles of any convex polygon will be 360. Exterior angles is always 360, irrespective of the number of sides. It may have 3 sides, 4 sides, 10 sides. The sum of all the exterior. So a triangle with 3 sides has only 3 exterior angles, while a decagon with 10 sides has 10 exterior angles. However, the sum of their exterior angles will be the same, 360 degrees. Interior angles, the sum of the interior angles is not the same for any 2 polygons. It's always different. The sum of all the interior angles is given by n minus 2, number of sides minus 2 into 180. You can remember that n minus 2 into 180 degrees, where for n you will have to substitute the number of sides of that polygon. So if you're trying to calculate the sum of all the interior angles of an octagon, so 8 minus 2 into 180. So this is one expression with which you can find the sum of all the interior angles. Sometimes we remember like this also, 2n minus 4 right angles. So how do we get this? So write 180 as 2 into 90. 180 as 2 into 90. Because 2 into 90 is 180. Now multiply 2 with n and minus 2 in the bracket. So 2 into n is 2n, 2 into minus 2 is minus 4. So 2n minus 4 into 90. Or, 90 degrees is called a right angle. Right angle is equal to, the measure of a right angle is equal to 90 degrees. So you can also say 2n minus 4. Instead of 90 degrees, you can also say right angles. 2n minus 4 right angles. Both are the same. n minus 2 into 180, 2n minus 4 into 90, or 2n minus 4 right angles. Both will give you the same result. They're the same. This is another way of writing this. So if your teacher is using this, go ahead with this. Or if she says this, fine. Or if she says anything is fine, yeah. Anything will do good. Nothing like this is, nothing is like, this is the correct formula or something. You understand that. So both are correct. Anything can be used. Now talking about, so here we were talking about a convex polygon. Here we are talking about a convex regular polygon. Regular meaning all the sides are equal. So all the interior angles are equal. All the exterior angles are equal. Okay. So again, coming from here only, we start from here. What is the sum of all the exterior angles? 360. See, we're coming from here. Sum of all the exterior angles is 360. Okay. But since it's a regular polygon, all their angles will be equal. Their sides are equal, interior angles are equal, exterior angles are equal because it's a regular polygon. Like a square is a regular polygon. A square is a regular polygon because in a square, all sides are equal. Each interior angle measures 90 degrees. Each interior angle measures 90 degrees. All the sides are equal and all interior angles are equal. A regular polygon. So talking about a regular polygon, we know that the sum of all the exterior angles, like we saw here, is 360. But since it's a regular polygon, each exterior angle will be equal to 360 by n because they would have divided 360 equally. In that polygon, 360 degrees would have been divided equally among all the angles because it's regular. So 360 by n. Why we use n always? N is the number of sides. But we know that if a polygon has n sides, it has n interior angles and n exterior angles. So 5 sides means 5 angles it has. So you might think why we are substituting side when it is angle. 5 sides means 5 angles, 5 interior angles and 5 exterior angles. So 360 degrees will be divided. Suppose it's a pentagon. It's a regular pentagon. So this total of 360 degrees is divided equally among 5 angles. So 360 by 5. I hope we understand. If it's a regular pentagon, a pentagon has 5 sides, 5 interior angles and 5 exterior angles. We know that the sum of all the exterior angles is 360. And this one is a regular pentagon. So all its interior angles are equal, all its exterior angles are equal. That means what? The total is shared equally among the angles. Whatever is the total of the sum of the exterior angles and the sum of the interior angles, they all divided equally among themselves. So now exterior, the sum of all the exterior angles is 360 degrees. Now in the case of a pentagon with 5 sides, each exterior angle, there will be 5 exterior angles. Pentagon, 5 sides, 5 exterior angles. So each of the exterior angles will be, this 360 degrees would have been divided equally among 5 angles. So 360 by 5, 72 degrees. 72 degrees. So each of the 5 exterior angles will be 72, 72, 72, 72, 72, 72. If it's not regular, their total will be 360, but they wouldn't have shared it equally. That's the difference. If it is not a regular polygon, their total will be, they'll have 360. The sum of all the exterior angles will be 360. The thing is here, they wouldn't have shared it equally. The exterior angles will not be equal in the case of a polygon, just a polygon. But when it's a regular polygon, they're very friendly. All of them will have the same measure. They divide the total equally among themselves. So 360 by n. Each exterior angle can also be found like this, 180 minus each interior angle. Because exterior angle plus, see here, this one, right below here. Each interior angle plus each exterior angle is equal to 180. Because both of them lie on a straight line, their sum is 180. So from this, each exterior angle will be equal to 180 transpose minus each interior angle. Each exterior angle is 180 minus, when you transpose this, minus each interior angle. That's what you see here. Now coming to the sum of all the interior angles, we know it is n minus 2 into 180 or 2n minus 4 into 90. We know this. Sum of all the interior angles. Even if it's a regular polygon, the sum will not be different. It is the same. N minus 2 into 180 or 2n minus 4 into 90. From here, n minus 2 into 180 or 2n minus 4 into 90. So this is the total. This is the total. This is the total of all the interior angles. But the interior angles have shared this total equally among themselves. In a regular polygon, the interior angles would have shared the total equally among themselves. So each interior angle will be this total n minus 2 into 180 divided by n, because it will have, if it has n sides, it will have n angles. So there are, like, if there are 5 friends, you'll divide the total by 5 to share equally. So here there are n angles. So this total is divided. They divide this total equally among themselves. So the total by n, or you can do 2n minus 4 into 90 by n. Or each interior angle. If you want to find each interior angle, you can also do this 180 minus each. So you can use this only when you know exterior angle. When you know each exterior angle, then you can find the interior angle using 180 minus. Now don't think, oh, this is a simpler formula. Why do all this? I can just do this straight away. You can use this only if this information is given. This I've mentioned, this will be useful in the case of answering an objective question. If supposing the exterior angle is given, you can find the interior angle using this. Interior is 180 minus exterior. Exterior is 180 minus interior. So see here. Take a screenshot of this. I want you people to go through and understand this. I've just tabulated the results. The results have been tabulated. Take a screenshot and please go through. So here you can see that pentagon can be divided into 3 triangles. A pentagon can be divided into 3 triangles. 180, 180, 180. So 3 into 180, 540. The sum of all the interior angles is 540. Take a picture, children. So here what you see is it's a hexagon, and I've divided the hexagon into 4 triangles. 180, 180, 180, 180. 720.
Ma'am, then it is not a diagonal, ma'am.
They are also diagonals.
Okay, ma'am.
They are also diagonals. But it has many more diagonals. We have just used, those diagonals which will divide the figure into triangles. You don't see all the diagonals. What is the formula to find the number of diagonals in a polygon? What is the formula to find the number of diagonals in a polygon?
n minus 3 divided by 2, ma'am.
N into n minus 3 by 2. Children, please do your homework regularly. The class can be always interesting when you are ready with the portions of the earlier classes. Just go through before you sit for the next class. Then when you understand, you find it interesting. N into n minus 3 by 2. So n is 6 here. In the case of a hexagon, n is 6. So 6 into 6 minus 3 by 2. 6 into 6 minus 3 by 2. So that will make it 3 into 3, 9. It has 9 diagonals. These are, children, this is an octagon. You can see 8 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And this octagon can be divided into 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 triangles. So 6 into 180 is 1080. 6 into 180 is 1080.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, if it's like 360 degrees or 240 degrees, something like that, you can draw it using a protractor, no, ma'am?
You cannot?
We can draw it with a protractor, ma'am, but while it's 1080 degree, 900 degree, how do we draw it?
There is something called a circular protractor, where you can angles can be like in one complete angle is 360 degrees. More than that, it is only when a certain thing completes, now for example, if a cycle wheel goes one revolution, the wheel of a cycle or the wheel of a car goes one revolution, that means it turns through an angle of 360 degrees. Now beyond that, it's only the second revolution. When it goes another revolution, it does that circle again, so it makes 720. So a complete angle which you can see is only 360 degrees. There is no measure beyond that, but that we measure when there is more than one revolution. In the case of a circular motion, like in the case of a wheel, you will be learning about these angles in higher classes also beyond 10th standard. So just for your information, so up to 360 degrees you can do. Now you can do 180 with your protractor. There is something called a circular protractor. You can measure up to 360 degrees.
Okay.
Now, what is this angle more than 360 degrees is, as I told you, when a circular object makes more than one revolution. One revolution, it goes 360 degrees. It turns through an angle of 360 degrees. If it does another revolution, or it does half of the other revolution, it goes 360 plus 180, 540 degrees, like that. So these angles higher than 360 happen when circular objects rotate. That is, they go more than one rotation or revolution.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. So here also what you see is a nonagon. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 sides. This is a nonagon. It's a nonagon. So I've divided this nonagon into some triangles. One, by joining all these line segments. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So by connecting these 6 line segments, I'm able to divide this nonagon into 7 triangles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 triangles. So 7 into 180. So in general, for any polygon with n sides, the sum of all the interior angles is n minus 2 into 180. If it is a regular polygon, then each interior angle will be n minus 2 into 180 by n. You can see that the sum of all the exterior angles is always 360 degrees. Yes, children, tell me. We'll answer the third one. In question number 1, let's do the third one. Find the measure of each exterior angle. Find the measure of each exterior angle of a regular polygon of 12 sides. Read the question carefully. Find the measure of each exterior angle of a regular polygon of 12 sides. So children, it's a polygon, it's a regular polygon. What is the sum of all the exterior angles of any polygon? What is the sum of all the exterior angles?
360 degree, ma'am.
360 degrees. 360 degrees. And this polygon has how many sides, children?
12 sides.
So it's like 12 sides. So these 12 friends are going to divide 360 degrees equally among themselves because it's a regular polygon. In any polygon, the sum of all the exterior angles is equal to 360 degrees. This polygon is a regular polygon with 12 sides. So this 360 degrees, this total of 360 degrees will be shared among them equally. So what will be the measure of each exterior angle, children?
30 degrees, ma'am.
No, tell me the step. How do you get 30?
So when we divide 360 divided by 12, we get 12 ones are 12, 30s are 360, ma'am.
So the total, it's simple. So the sum of all the exterior angles, in any polygon is 360 degrees. Now this is regular. So that means all the angles will be sharing 360 degrees equally among themselves. So 360 by 12, 30 degrees. The measure of each 12 sides it has. So there'll be 12 exterior angles, 12 sides. So 12 exterior angles. Each angle will be 30 degrees. 30 into 12 is 360. Each of them will have 30 degrees. Each exterior angle will be equal to 30 degrees. Now tell me what will be the, I want the answer in a jiffy, like in less than 5 seconds. What will be the measure of each interior angle of this polygon? What will be the measure of each interior angle of this polygon? No, you don't have to work. You can just do some mind work.
Ma'am, you're asking the formula, ma'am.
No, I want the answer. Answer for this. What will be the measure of each interior angle? We're discussing the third one. So for this one, I want to know the measure of each interior angle.
Ma'am, 1800.
No, please get my question correctly. You don't have to do so much, Madhumita. You've used the formula to find the sum of, to find the sum of all the interior angles. No. What is the measure of each interior angle? Each interior angle. Well, children, see, I told you the sum of the interior and exterior angle. The sum of the interior angle and exterior angle. The sum of each interior angle and each exterior angle is always 360. Because the interior and exterior angle lie on a straight line. They lie on a straight line. Here, in every figure, see, this is the interior angle. This is the interior angle. This is the exterior angle. The exterior angle and interior angle lie on the same straight line. So their sum will always be 180. They're lying next to one another. See, the interior angle will be one part. Then the exterior angle will complete it. Together they'll make 180 degrees. Together they make 180 degrees. Just look at the interior, each interior angle and each exterior angle as friends. Always together they'll have 180 degrees. In every polygon, together they'll have 180 degrees. See, in every polygon, you can see that the interior angle, you can see here interior angle and exterior angle, they are best friends. They always go together. Interior angle, exterior angle, they're always together. Very good friends they are. And their total will always be 180. The sum of the angles, interior angle plus exterior angle is always 180 because you can see that they lie on a straight line. They lie on a straight line and a straight angle measures 180 degrees. Remember that interior angle plus exterior angle is always 180. Together they'll have 180 degrees. So if interior angle has 70 degrees, exterior angle will have the remaining 180 minus 70, 110. Their sum should be 180 always. When you add the interior angle and exterior angle, the sum should always be 180. So if this is 70, then this should be 110. Only then 110 plus 70 makes 180. So if each exterior angle is 30 degrees, each exterior angle is 30 degrees, then the interior angle will be, now tell me.
Ma'am, 150 degrees.
Yes, 150 degrees. Yes, Madhumita is right, 150 degrees. Because each interior angle and each exterior angle together will have 180 degrees. We are talking about one interior and one exterior angle, each meaning 1. So if each interior angle, if each exterior angle is 150 degrees, oh sorry, this is 30 degrees, right? It's 30 degrees. Then each interior angle will be 180 minus 30, 150 degrees. 150 and 30 makes 180. Okay, let's try another one, children. Let's try another one. Let's do this. Question number 1, second subdivision. Okay, I just want you to think about these two, 1 and 2. You should be clear, children. Only then we can proceed. Each one of you must be clear with what we're discussing. I'll just give you some time. I'll try to understand this. I'll tell you what to do with the second and the third one. See here. Is it possible to have a regular polygon? Regular polygon, right? Is it possible to have a regular polygon, each of whose exterior angle is 25 degrees? Each of whose exterior angle is 25 degrees.
Yes, ma'am.
So now we have a formula that connects, we have a formula to find each exterior angle. Each exterior angle is equal to 360 by n. All right. Each exterior angle is equal to 360 by n. So 25, each exterior angle is 25. So 25 is equal to 360 by n. And find n from that. See, the formula is this formula. See, this one. Each exterior angle is 360 by n. So how much is each exterior angle? 25 degrees. So 25 is equal to 360 by n. 25 is equal to 360 by n. Cross multiply, solve and find n. If you get n as a whole number, like 5, 6, 7, the number should be more than 3. It should be 3 or more than 3, because answer 2 cannot be accepted, because it's a polygon, and you know the minimum number of sides for a polygon is 3. So if n is any number, a natural number, say more than 3 or more than 3, then it can form a polygon. If you get a fraction, n cannot, and now n is the number of sides, and number of sides cannot be 5.5 or 6.3. Number of sides should be some number, natural number, equal to 3 or more than 3. So if you get a fraction, decimal, then you must say that it is not possible to have a polygon whose each exterior angle is equal to whatever is given. If you get a good number for n, then it is possible to have a polygon whose each exterior angle is whatever is given. I'll just get back, children. Please think about these 3 answers. I'll just get back.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am.
Yes, please.
You give the sums like 1, 2, 3. No, ma'am. The first sum, find the measure of each exterior angle.
Yeah.
In that, how if they give 7 sides, how could we do that, ma'am? Because
Yes.
the interior angle measures 128.571 degree, ma'am.
Number of take the fraction. Take the fraction when it's given 7 sides. Don't work as a decimal. Just leave your answer as a fraction, mixed fraction.
Okay, ma'am.
Or you can find up to 2 decimal places and leave it. Only the number of sides must be a natural number greater than or equal to 3. Angles can be in, the measure of an angle can be in decimals.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, can you also explain the first sum, third division again, ma'am?
Yeah, we are doing it. Yes, we are. Can we
12 sides.
Kirtana, can we do it together?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, tell me. How do you find each exterior angle? What is the formula to find each exterior angle of a regular polygon?
Ma'am, sum of interior and exterior angle is equal to 180 degrees.
That we cannot use here because we don't know the interior angle.
Yeah, ma'am, even it is an interior angle, it comes like 1800 degrees.
For the third one, yes. Okay, fine, you can do that. Okay, then after that, you share your thoughts.
So,
okay, tell me, yes.
ma'am, if the interior angle is itself 1800 means, how can be the sum of interior and exterior angle?
No, darling. What you have 1800 is the sum of all the 12 angles. The sum of all the 12 angles is 1800.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, so what will be the measure of each interior angle? Tell me. See, now a polygon with 12 sides has 12 angles. The sum of all the 12 angles is 1800.
Yes, ma'am.
Now tell me, now all the angles are equal because it's a regular polygon. All the 12 angles measure the same. They're all equal. Now tell me what will be the measure of each interior angle because you have found 1800, the sum of all the interior angles. Now tell me what will be the measure of each interior angle. There are 12 angles. Yes. Are you working, Kirtana?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah. You're right in saying the sum of all the interior angles is 1800. You're correct. Now find each interior angle. May I know what you're doing, Kirtana? How you're trying to find that?
Ma'am, should we divide 1800 by 12, ma'am?
Perfect. Do that and tell me the answer. Yes.
$150 degree, ma'am.
Okay, so 150 degree is the measure of each interior angle. There are 12 interior angles. Each one measures 150 degrees. Then tell me now how is each interior angle and each exterior angle related? What is their sum?
180 degree.
180 degrees. Now each interior angle is 150, you said. Then what will be the measure of each exterior angle?
180 minus 150.
Yeah. So what is that?
30 degree.
30 degrees. Perfect. You understood it correctly. The thing is, you were like confused when you got a big angle like 1800. So
Yes.
1800, 1800 is a sum of all the 12 interior angles. Each interior angle will be 1800. Okay, so how did Kirtana find 1800? How did you get 1800, Kirtana?
Ma'am, interior angle is equal to n minus 2 into 180 degree.
Very n minus 2 into 180. So n is what?
N is sides 12.
12. So 12 minus 2 into 180.
Yes, ma'am. So
And
12
what is that?
minus 2 is 10 into 180, so 1800.
Very good. Yeah. So that like that, she's found the sum of all the interior angles, 1800. Now, next, what did you do, Kirtana? After getting 1800, what did you do to answer this question?
I divided 1800 by 12, ma'am, number of sides.
Yeah. Yeah. And what will that give you? When you divide by 12, what does that give you?
150 degree, ma'am.
Yeah, and it represents what? 150 represents what?
The measure of each interior angle.
The measure of each interior angle. And what is that relation between the interior and exterior angle? Each interior and each exterior angle?
The sum of interior and exterior angle is 180 degree.
180 degrees. So now you have each interior angle is 150 degrees. Correct?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, so each exterior angle is equal to 180 minus 150, 30 degrees. Perfect. I think now we are clear, Kirtana.
Yes, ma'am.
Very good.
Ma'am, I also had the same doubt at the beginning, ma'am. I used n minus 2 into 180, so I got 1800 and I was confused, ma'am.
Correct, correct. Children, please share your thoughts with me. Only then I can understand where you are stuck. Okay. So thank you, Kirtana, for that. Thank you, Kirtana, for your question. So with your question, now the class is understood better.
Thank
Do
you,
not
ma'am.
hesitate. Yeah, do not hesitate. See, that's why we are in this meeting. We are in this meeting to understand, not to get confused. We are here to understand things clearly. So only if you share your thoughts with me, I will know how to help you better. Very good. Kirtana, you're really appreciated for your question. With that, I think the class has understood even more clearly now. Okay, fine. So like that, moving on to the second one, question number 2. Okay, about the first one. So this is one of the ways of finding each exterior angle. Okay, like what we discussed now. Or you can find it out straight away. Madhumita, tell us, instead of using this procedure, what we just discussed, how can you find each exterior angle straight away? In 1 or 2 steps.
Ma'am, while we know the interior angle?
Without finding the interior angle, straight away find the exterior angle.
Ma'am, n minus 2 into 180 degree by n.
You have to go there. Find the measure, answer this question. Find the measure of each exterior angle of a regular polygon of 12 sides. Straight
Ma'am,
away,
360 degree
360
divided
degree
by
by 12, ma'am.
360 by 12. Very good. 360 by 12. Straight away we can find that. See,
Ma'am,
why?
Ma'am, when you said which we shouldn't use, which we use now, I thought you were mentioning the 360 by n method.
Okay, no. I was asking what we just discussed is also a method to work. That's not wrong. It's perfectly right. You can do that, but you're just spending so much time. Okay, now we can do it in the class to understand things clearly. But in the exam, you have to save time. So use a shorter approach. You should know everything, but use a shorter approach in an exam. Yeah. So now when you're practicing, you can do it both the ways to cross check, that you're getting the same answer in both. Yes, Madhumita, now tell me. Yeah, how do you find each exterior angle? 360
by n, ma'am, which is 360 by 12 here.
Which is 30 degrees.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, when you find the sum of all and divide by 12, we got each interior angle is equal to 150 degrees. And 180 minus 150 is 30. So both, whatever is the method, the answer is 30 degrees. But use a shorter approach in an exam.
Yes, ma'am.
Let me show you the answers for the others. So you can see the answers to the first question here. The second one, use this formula. Is it possible? The second one is it possible to have a regular polygon, each of whose exterior angle is 25 degrees? So we know this formula. Each exterior angle is equal to 360 by n. 360 by n. So what is the measure of each exterior angle? 25 degrees. It's 25 degrees. So 360 by n is equal to 25. 360 by n. See, each exterior angle is 360 by n. But we know each exterior angle is 25 degrees. It's given here. So 360 by n is equal to 25. When you work this and find n, you get 14 2 by 5. It's not a whole number. You can also say it's not a natural number. You need to have an n should be a value equal to 3 or more than 3. So you cannot say that a polygon has 14 2 by 5 sides. So since the value of n is not a whole number, it is not possible to have a regular polygon whose exterior angle, whose each exterior angle is 25 degrees. Children, it's your answer yes or no is based on the number of sides. The answer yes or no is based on the number of sides. Angle, the measure of an angle can be a fraction, it can be a decimal, but number of sides, you can say 4 sides, 5 sides, 6 sides. You cannot say 7.5 sides. Very easy. So see here, don't get scared of all this. This just, this is how we start. Let the number of sides of the given polygon be n. So this, nothing to understand here. So that's what we've always been doing. Let the number of sides of the given polygon be n. So this is the formula. Each exterior angle. So each of the exterior angles of this polygon will be 360 by n. And it's given 25 degrees. 25 degrees. So that means 360 by n. This is what stands for each exterior angle, and this is given to be 25. So we'll work this cross multiply. So you'll get 25n is equal to 360. So n will be equal to 360 by 25. Work this 25n cross multiply. 25n is equal to 360. N is equal to 360 by 25. So you get a mixed fraction like this. So since it's not a whole number, it is not possible to have a regular polygon whose each exterior angle is 25 degrees. Now here it is for interior angle. Same question, but whose interior angle is 45. So with the interior angle, find the exterior angle. With the interior angle, find the exterior angle. 180 minus interior angle is equal to the exterior angle. So now let the number of sides be n. So here I've written straight away. What is the formula to find the what is the formula to find each exterior angle? 360 by n. So 360 by n is equal to 135. 360 by n. 360 by n is equal to 135. Each exterior angle 360 by n is equal to 135. So on working that, we'll get 135 into n is 360. N is equal to 360 by 135. You get 2 by 3. 2 by 3. Again, not a whole number. So it's not possible to have a regular polygon whose each interior angle is 45 degrees. Here the exterior angle was given straight away. So 360 by n is equal to 25. Here the interior angle is given. So 180 minus 45, 135. Now this 360 by n is equal to 135. 360 by n is equal to 135. Work that, and if you get 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, some numbers like that, then it is possible. You're getting a fraction, so not possible.
Ma'am, but 135 degree plus 45 degree gives a 180 degree, no ma'am?
Yeah.
So how is it not possible?
No, that. See, when one interior angle, this angle itself is not possible, right? This angle itself is not possible. If supposing this is the interior angle, then its exterior angle will be this. If suppose this can be the interior angle, then its exterior angle is this. But when you take this as the exterior angle and work, you're not getting an acceptable value for n. So that means this interior angle is not possible. This exterior angle is also not possible. If we take the interior angle is 45, then the exterior angle is 135. Okay, when you just assume that and work, you get n is 2 by 3. But you cannot accept 2 by 3. That means you cannot accept 135 degrees. That means you cannot accept 45 degrees also. You're just working backwards. N is not an acceptable value. So how did you get this? Because we took the exterior angle as 135 degrees. How did we get 135? Because we took the interior angle as 45 degrees. That means it's not. This is wrong. You cannot have an interior angle 45 degrees.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. In a polygon, it may be possible. In any polygon, interior angle can be 45 degrees. If it's a regular there is no regular polygon whose interior angle is 45 degrees. That's the meaning. There is no regular polygon. There is no regular polygon whose interior angle is 45 degrees. If it's just a polygon, meaning it's not a regular polygon, it's an irregular polygon. There the interior angle may measure. One of the interior angles may be 45 degrees. It's not 45 degrees is not possible in a polygon at all. It's not that. In an irregular polygon, supposing that irregular polygon has 12 angles. It has 12 sides, 12 angles. One of the angles may be 45 degrees. 1 second, children, just a second. Yeah, I was telling you. Yes. Yeah, so when we take a polygon with 12 sides, it'll have if it's an irregular polygon with 12 sides, it'll have 12 interior angles. There, since each angle will have different measures, one of the angles can be 45 degrees. But what we're trying to understand here is that there is no regular polygon whose each interior angle is 45 degrees. There is no regular polygon. There can be a polygon whose interior angle is one of whose interior angle is 45 degrees. But there is no regular polygon. There is no regular polygon whose each interior angle will measure 45 degrees. Yes, do this, children. Find the measure of each interior angle of a regular pentagon. Find the measure of each interior angle of a regular pentagon. Work all so that we get very clear with this understanding. Find the measure of each interior angle of a regular pentagon. What is the first step, children? What will you first find?
Miss, we must check the pentagon sides. Miss.
Okay, how many sides?
5.
5. Okay. Next, what? How will you find the measure of each interior angle?
5 minus 2 into 180 degree, ma'am.
5 minus 2 into 180.
will give what? What is 5 minus 2 into 180? What does that answer represent?
3 into 180, ma'am.
No, that's what. What does that value represent? Okay, 3 into 180 is 540. Now, what is 540? Sanjay and Sindhu. What is this 540?
Interior angles, ma'am.
Come again, louder.
Sum of all interior angles.
Very good. Sum of all the interior angles. Sum of all the interior angles of this pentagon, of the pentagon. Pentagon, regular pentagon, both will have the same measure. The sum of all the interior angles of a pentagon is 540 degrees. Now, Sanjay, how will you find each interior angle?
540 divided by 5, ma'am.
Yeah, because total is 540. Now, these 5 angles will share 540 equally among themselves. So, each interior angle is equal to 540 by 5. Correct? All of us understand?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Please understand what you're working. It's not that we have a formula and we're just going to write it, substitute and get something which we don't understand. So when you sum of all the interior angles of a polygon, of a pentagon, sum of all the interior angles of a pentagon is equal to n minus 2 into 180. 5 minus 2 into 180, which is 540. Each interior angle is equal to 540 by 5, 108 degrees. Work till here. I want to tell you another thing. Okay, I hope all of us have finished now. Don't go to the second one. We'll do the first one in a different way. Now, all of you, what is the sum of all the exterior angles of a regular pentagon? What is the sum of all the exterior angles of a pentagon? Sum of all the exterior angles. Now you found sum of all the interior angles, you just found. Sum of all the interior angles, we don't know. So we found using the formula 5 minus 2 into 180 and we got 540. So we understand that all the 5 interior angles total up to 540 degrees. Now we have something called exterior angles. What is the sum of all the exterior angles of a pentagon?
360 degree, ma'am.
360 degrees. What is the measure of each exterior angle of a regular pentagon?
It's 360 by 5, ma'am.
360 by 5. The sum of all the exterior angles, is 360. So each exterior angle will be equal to 360 by 5. What is 360 by 5?
72 degrees,
75,
ma'am.
ma'am.
72 degrees. 72 degrees. So each exterior angle is 72 degrees. How will you find each interior angle?
180 minus 72, ma'am.
180 minus 72, which is 108. You can also do it like this. You can also work it like this. Please work all these 4 subdivisions in both the ways. In both the ways. I'll tell you the 2 ways again. The first method is, let me talk about the second one, hexagon. Let me talk about the hexagon. First, let's find the sum of all the interior angles of the hexagon. See, I told you the sum of all the interior angles will be the same for a hexagon as well as a regular hexagon. So hexagon 6 sides. So n minus 2 into 180 will give you the sum of all the interior angles. Divide that by 6 because that is the total of all the interior angles. When you divide by 6, you will get the measure of each interior angle. Finished. That is one way. The other method is, we know that the sum of all the exterior angles is always 360 degrees. So 360 by 6 because hexagon. So 360 by 6, 60 degrees is the measure of each exterior angle of a regular hexagon. So each exterior angle is 60 degrees. So each interior angle will be 180 minus 60, 120 degrees. Work, children, work all the 4 subdivisions using both the ways.
Ma'am, completed third sum, ma'am.
Very good. Try the 4th one.
Yes, ma'am.
Please complete this, children. This will be your homework. Take a picture of this one. Take a picture of this.
Second, can you show the previous slide, ma'am? Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah.
Ma'am, can you show the previous slide, ma'am?
Yeah. See here.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right. All right, children. That's it for today's session. Any doubts? Do we have any doubts, children?
No, ma'am. No doubts, ma'am.
All right, children. Okay, children. That's it for today's session. Thank you so much. You may leave the meeting.
Thank you.
Thank
ma'am.
you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, children. Thank you.